Your Arizona Wildcats are on the air. Joining us from the Timothy Gasson broadcast booth, here is your Wildcat media team.
Hello everyone and welcome into the final home game of the Arizona Wildcats hockey season. Tom Callahan here with you as we're getting set to go. The Wildcats hosting their in-state rivals, the Arizona State University Sun Devils. Should be a great clash. These two teams met last night and it was a doozy. A 6-5 overtime thriller that the Sun Devils claimed to draw a little closer in the season series, but the Cactus Cup has already been decided. The University of Arizona Wildcats winning the season series, and they have won 4 in a row. A tremendous, tremendous accomplishment for this team and for the graduating seniors. Last night was senior night, but the celebration continues all weekend long. The 7 graduating seniors in this program trying to get one more big win against Arizona State University. Meanwhile, the Sun Devils 8-2 in their last 10 games. Ever since they made a coaching change, they've really caught fire, been playing some very good hockey, but Arizona wants to have their game ready to go for the tournament coming up. And the ACHA tournament about a month away. Not a lot to do between now and then except maybe practice a little bit. There will be an NHL alumni scrimmage for the Wildcats tossed in there, but this is really the last chance for them to kind of sharpen the axe, if you will, and get ready to go when it comes down to what's going to be the final opportunity to prepare for this tournament. And it's not going to be an easy road for the Wildcats this year in the tournament if they're going to get anywhere. It's going to depend largely on Nolan Bavalsik. Anthony Churro has been fighting through one lower body injury, and last night comes out of the game with another one. So it looks like it's going to be Bavalsik's show down the road, and that's going to be very important for him to have a good effort here this afternoon. So as we get ready to go here from Tucson Arena, Arizona, and Arizona State getting set to go, we're going to toss it down to ice level as the Wildcats prepare to take the ice. Then we'll have a short pregame show for you and the drop of the puck, the final home game of the year. Wildcats and Sun Devils coming your way in just a little bit.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and hockey fans everywhere. Welcome to the Tucson Convention Center Arena. Today, your Wildcats, in their final home game of the season, take on the Sun Devils from Arizona State University. Here's the starting lineup for the visiting Sun Devils. Starting at left wing, number 6, Brendan Studioso. At right wing, number 9, Clayton Lackey. At the center position for the Devils, number 11, Elliot Plord. At left defense, number 27, Connor Kruk. At right defense, number 7, Jack Hausworth. And in the nets for the visiting Devils, number 30, Eric Garber. The head coach is Austin Klein. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here is the starting lineup for your hometown hockey team, the Arizona Wildcats. Starting at left wing for the Cats, number 15, the captain, Anthony Cusanelli. And right wing, number 27, Max Meyer. At the center position for the Cats, number 28, Alex Johansson. At left defense, number 17, Ben Jones. At right defense, number 13, Matthew Hull. And in the nets for your Wildcats, number 35, Nolan Bevelsick.
All right, let's send it on down to Sebastian Janik for a look at tonight's game matchup.
Welcome to the Wildcat pregame show, sponsored by Coca-Cola. Joining us from Ice Level, hosts Sebastian Janik and Matt Tiart.
I'm Sebastian Janik here with the Wildcat pregame report for this Saturday matinee game. It is the final game of this campaign for the U of A Wildcats against, of course, our rival, the ASU Sun Devils, once again. This is an incredibly important game because this is your last chance to dial in those details before the national tournament is coming. And in that situation, you're going to be one and done. And you could possibly, the Wildcats could be facing, definitely one of the top teams in the country, maybe in the first round, definitely in the second round. And that's going to be a time where, every single mistake is going to cost you. So this final game against ASU, it's always a good opportunity to beat ASU on home ice. Give the fans what they're looking for is to see ASU run out of this building. But I know all of these guys in the U of A locker room are looking towards the national tournament. And whatever result comes out of the Saturday matinee game, it's going to be on the minds of these guys. So hopefully we'll be able to get the job done here this afternoon, put up a couple goals against ASU, maybe see a shutout. Who knows? Best case scenario, let's get this done. Let's beat ASU, and let's get ready for that national tournament. And here are some thoughts from Coach Berman heading into the Saturday matinee game. I'm here with head coach Chad Berman. We're previewing this afternoon game on Saturday against ASU. Over the course of the season, you've had to juggle some lines, try to find some different combinations. With this being the last game of the year, do you think you've dialed in those combinations a little bit before the national tournament, or you're always looking for what's going to work best?
Well, we're always searching. If it was set, it would be set. So, I like to pair my lines in groups of two and then find somebody who can complement the two. So you're always going to tinker a little bit, depending on the matchup and how things are going. But in a weekend like this, it's just whatever it takes at this point. We've got to block shots, sticks and lanes, do the little things necessary to win battles. And if so, we feel like we'll come out on top.
And, ASU final game of the year, the home crowd is going to be an afternoon game, so we'll see, just how many people come out here. But you're always so thankful of the crowds and the supporters that come out to show, how much they care about this team. Do you kind of have a final message of the season to the fans heading into the national tournament?
It's been a great journey here. It's been an honor to be your coach and to represent this program, and we thank you guys for coming out. The crowds have been great this year. We need your support badly over the next 2 years here to bridge that process to the new facility. There's a ton of tradition in this building and experiences we've had here. We've got 2 more years at it, so the best thing you can do to support us is to come out and to buy tickets and come have a great night out with the family. And the best thing we can do in return is try to keep winning at the highest level, and hopefully someday we're all celebrating a national championship together.
Alrighty, and that's it for our Wildcat pregame show for the final game of this season. Stick with us for Puck Drop coming up in a couple minutes, and thank you so much for tuning in to Wildcat Hockey.
All right, thank you, Sebastian, and we are ready to go for Puck Drop here this afternoon. Thanks for joining me, everyone, as we are underway. And right off the hop, Max Meyer pushing in for the Wildcats, sending the puck right across the front of the Sun Devils net, as it is now popped out to center. And the Sun Devils a little give and go in. Plord with a quick shot. Pavalsik the save. Rebound slapped away by Meyer. Bouncer does get out. And so the Sun Devils will have to regroup. Pavalsik setting it up behind the net. The outlet up the left wing side. And it's chopped right back towards Pavalsik, who steers it around the far wall. Cusinelli waiting on the left wing for it. Can't come up with it. And Arizona State looking to step right back in. Nice little pass for Plord, but a stick check for Jones knocked it away, but it's stolen right back. Banked away to center pass McGrath. And thrown back in. A bouncing puck. Pavalsik will handle it aside to Matthew Hole. That one dumped down, and will it be icing? Yes, it will. Oh, boy. Thought maybe they might have waved that one off with Palmer back after it the way he was. But no, they will bring it back down to the Arizona, and they'll give us a chance to look at this afternoon's starting goaltenders. Nolan Pavalsik getting the nod in net for the Arizona Wildcats. He's 6-4 on the year with a .911 save percentage. 2.71 goals against average and 1 shutout to his credit. Opposed by Eric Garber, 3-6-0 with a .901 and a 3.69 goals against average. Face off to the right of Pavalsik. Puck in the slot is knocked away to the left point, but not out. Held in, Egger pass over, quick shot, Pavalsik the save, and he hangs on to that one. Yesterday, Studioso and Lackey for Arizona State had a very good game, several scoring opportunities, and they really made an impact. But here you've got the line of Porter, McGrath, and it's sent around onto that far side, but they've also been able to make a pretty good impact as well. Rounding out that line, I should mention that Shaw, who centers, and Pavalsik has to make a save right at the near post and cover the puck. So again, Arizona State doing really what they've done since the coaching change. Austin Klein has this team really going north-south, really using its speed. And, you know, we saw players last year like Studioso, like Lackey, who were very good, dominant players, high scorers. Just didn't seem to have it in the first part of this year for Arizona State, as Pavalsik making an adjustment to the mask. But it's different under the new regime here. And of course you do. You get that bounce. Whenever you change coaches, there's a shot of energy. It happens at the NHL level. It happens at the ACHA level. But Arizona State finding itself and its game under new stewardship here. The odds of the Sun Devils getting into the tournament, slim. Maybe if the Sun Devils had some sort of blowout win here today, as we have an icing call against the Wildcats. If they had a blowout win here today against Arizona, maybe they'd be able to kind of find some daylight in the rankings and in the computer model. The Wildcats, meanwhile, in a close game here, all but assured of going to the tournament. Of course, nothing is 100% set in stone, but it looks good. Arizona should be in the tournament here. And that'll be coming up in about a month's time, as we talked about in the pregame show. Right now, the Wildcats trying to move the puck ahead, and here's Shively up the right side, but they'll flip it into the far side corner. Shively peels out as a new line assumes the forecheck here for Arizona. Fritz watching the action. Outlet pass up the right wing. Given up at center, Timur. He'll back it up, move it on to the left wing, Edgecote along, tipped in by Lusby, no icing. Fritz on the charge into the corner after it. Orfanos cuts it off in the near corner. Orfanos walking in front of the backhand. Puck is not out of the zone, kept in there by Fritz. He'll flip to the left point. Edgecote, long shot, that just missed the net. Timur on the right side, half wall, lets a wrister go, partially deflected. Puck still not out though. Nice job by Lusby to tie up his man, and finally the Sun Devils able to move it out. And offside whistled at the line. Hedgecote tipped the puck out of play anyway, but the faceoff will come back outside that Wildcats blue line. 2:34 gone here in the first period. Scoreless between Arizona and Arizona State. The final home game of the season for the Wildcats. And of course, you always like to end the season against the in-state rivals, Sun Devils, Wildcats. Boy, I tell you what, it is just always a good game whenever these two meet, because there's always animosity. There is always that just undercurrent of what it means to win wearing an Arizona uniform or an Arizona State uniform. You got to get up for the rivalry games. And again, as senior weekend continues here for the 7 graduating seniors in the program, 2 of which are the goaltenders, Pavalsik and Churro. Yeah, it's an important weekend for everybody here, but especially those seniors who want to end it on a win. Hole looking to move it ahead on the left side. Here comes Marshall. Marshall with Marquis going to the net, trying to slide it through. It ends up behind. On the near side, just chipped out of the zone. Down the ice it goes. That'll be chased down by Ben Jones. His pass returned right back into the zone. Left side, Plord breaking in with a wrist shot, and he whipped it wide. Kept into the right point, bounces awkwardly in front of the net. Pavalsik quickly able to hop on that. He'll hang out for a draw to his left. .342 gone by here in the opening frame. And it'll be Shively and Fisher out on D here. And then up front, you've got Ziegler, Lowell, and Selman. Here they come in the attack. Left side, Ziegler in, and his wrist shot was disrupted. Off-angle chance, he sent that wide. Fisher down for the right point, sending it in front, looking for a tip. Kicked out to the left point, Shively. He'll back up, waiting. Shively curls, left side, top of the circle, back door. Maybe looking for a pass there, missed the net with it. Right half wall, Selman. Cross ice, Shively backing up on the dot in front, tip, save made, and the rebound is held by Garber. Big stop in front of the redirect. Boy, what a nice setup and a nice play there. Shively had a bouncing puck to contend with, but still drove it at the net, got the deflection he was looking for. And the Wildcats making the first save of the afternoon for Eric Garber, an adventure. Great tip in front there from Jesse Lowell. As the face-off to the left of that Arizona State net, kicked back into the line by Cusinelli. Cusinelli in the slot, wrist shot. He sent it just wide on the glove side. Orfanos digs it out, fed around the far side, hit the referee. Orfanos able to catch up with it. Sent back in deep, Johansson over after it. And now Arizona State away to center. That would have slapped in by McGrath. He'll go into the far side corner after the roller. Played in behind the net, centering feed. That would have knocked away to the corner. McGrath knocked down on that far side. And now it's picked up by Cusinelli. Cusinelli will move through center. He'll dump it in from there. Stays up on the forecheck while the rest of his mates go for the change. On to the right wing side, kept in Meyer. Meyer, Cusinelli backhands it in front. It's stabbed away there. Not out though. Meyer bouncing puck, able to keep it in, but only momentarily here. As Arizona State at least getting it to center. Timor ends up with it. And in transition, here's Lusby on the right wing. Gets through his check. Has the puck behind the net. Lusby still with it. Feeds it around to the left point. Long shot coming in. Blocker to side. Rebound. Bounces to the far corner. Lusby on it once more. Lusby fighting through those checks. Leaving it off of the left point. Here's Hedgecoke down. Hedgecoke shoveling it in front off a shin pad. And now right back the other way. Arizona State on the left side. Stretching forward is Tillman. He can't quite catch up with it. Chip pass on the right wing. Fritz for Lusby. He'll dump it in. And everybody heading to the bench once again. Lusby stays up on the forecheck, but the Sun Devils able to get it to center. Turned over though. Litwin overskates it. Play is offside at the line. We'll get a whistle. Exactly 6 minutes into this first period. And I think the Wildcats have done a nice job of kind of weathering that opening surge from Arizona State. Now they're trying to get the pendulum of momentum to swing back their way, and have had a couple of good chances here. As things level out a little bit in this afternoon contest here at Tucson Arena. Wildcats looking to push up the right side, and that pass is headed down for another icing call. So we will head back to the Wildcats end. Face-off will be to the left side of Pavalsik. Marshall, Marquis, and Litwin, the forward line for the Wildcats. Face-off is won by Arizona State, a shot that did not get through, blocked by Jones. He backhands it along the glass, not out. Kept in from the left point. Marquis retreating. He'll feed it around to the far side. Matthew Hull with a bank pass. Second effort, still can't get it out. Once again, kept in by Arizona State. This one is sent out of play. Faceoff will remain inside the Wildcats' end. It was a 6-5 overtime game last night. We had 5 goals combined in the first period. We don't quite have the indications of that in the making here in this first period yet, but I suppose you never know. Plenty of hockey left to go here. We haven't even hit 7 minutes in yet. We're going to have another icing call against the Wildcats, however, who are struggling a little bit in their own end right now, setting something up and making a foray through neutral ice. So let's see if perhaps this time they can get it going. Litwin, a little stick across the knees there.
And we have a couple of first-timers here sitting in section 221.
And this time they try to push the draw forward. Marquis can't catch up with it. It ends up around behind the net. Holt tying up his man to the far side. And now a centering feed. Plord tried to drag it around the man. That didn't work. There's a shot tipped in front. Pavalsik the save. And Lit went off the boards and down. That'll be another icing call. Unfortunately for the Wildcats, they were unable to get fresh bodies as much as they wanted to over the wall. In fact, they didn't get any fresh bodies out there, except for, it looks like Fisher managed to get out on the change. So at least one new defenseman out there, but that's it. Arizona State with a shot, and finally held by Pavalsik, so that will give a much-needed respite to this line that's been out there. Quite the long shift despite the several whistles. They'll get a chance to just catch their breath here. And fortunately for the Wildcats, no harm comes out of that stretch. But now Arizona State back to work trying to set it up. Kept into the left point by Diebold. Into the near corner goes Selman with a heavy check. His Wildcats trying to get some offense going here. Puck bouncing away to center. Lanfear will just throw it back down. Pavalsik tried to play it aside. Fisher had to double back for it. Play it to center, tipped on, and Lowell couldn't keep it. Right back down it goes. Pavalsik will leave it for Fisher once again. He'll try the left side. Little helter-skelter right now for the Wildcats, but they finally managed to move on in. Here's Lowell on the right side with a wrist shot. Garber, a glove save, and he hangs on. Lowell went inside out. Faked like he was going to cut to the middle of the ice in a backhand, then pulled it back to his right side and let it go. And he was unable to find daylight. Garber with a good save. Draw to the left of the Sun Devils net. One back by ASU. They will put it out to center and quickly turning it back in. Wildcats 3-on-2 if they hurry. Orfanos moving it down low, but now the numbers have equalized. Orfanos sending it wide of the net, around the rim, and all the way down the ice. Wildcats on the regroup here. Fisher can't clear it out. It's kept in on the left side by Porter. On the near wing, McGrath trying to keep it alive. It ends up at the left point. Edgar sending it over to the right side. Rister is tipped on the way in, goes over top of the net. Porter trying to back it in front. Quick chance in that one. I don't know if that hit the post or maybe a body in front there, but at least the rebound cleared out by the Wildcats. That one ricocheted out so quickly, hard to tell where it came from. Kept into the right side is Arizona State. Going back to work here in the offensive end. Wildcats trying to clear the puck. And it does at least bounce out to center. Now Meyer chips it in, and he's got some help with Lusby. Meyer going to the net, and there's a shot. Save made by Garber. Now the pressure from Fritz on the left side. He tried to bank that one deep, just couldn't do it. Timor will push right back in. Timor on the right side, driving towards the net. Cuts in front, Garber save, rebound, and Garber able to stop that and hold on. Nice job on that right wing push from Cam Timor. He cut in front to the backhand. Garber made the save, rebound sitting right there. And another whack at it. He was able to corral that as well. Nice to see Arizona push back there after A little bit of an extended sequence in the defensive zone. Boy, Lusby was right there looking for that rebound, just couldn't find it. Sun Devils looking to set things up here as they try to carry it ahead. Instead, it's pushed back in right side. Timor again up in the offense. Didn't see where the puck went. Ends up in the right side corner. Marquis leaving to Marshall. Timor lets it go. Save Garber, and cutting across the front of the net. Sofrino's going to draw some attention from D-Bowl. A little bit of a chat there, but quickly the Zebras intervene. Not quite to the halfway point of this first period. Seconds shy of that 10-minute mark. Still scoreless in this one. Again, a radical departure from yesterday's first period. More resembles maybe the pace of the second. Either way, we had 3 distinct periods in last night's game, and I would not be surprised if that were the case again here this afternoon. Sun Devils push it along to the left point, a bouncing puck. And that one does find its way out over the line. Matthew Hull back after it. Heading to the far side. Puck not out. It's swept to the right point, held in by Arizona State. Here's Kruk, long wrister, same Bavalsic. Rebound cleared, not out. There's another chance bouncing wide to the net. And Bavalsic says that's enough of that. I will hold on to it. And now we get a little pushing and shoving at the side of the goal. Actually, 2 different incidents going here. Sofrino is still involved as he was on the other end of the ice. And now we're going to get coincidentals out of this near side comeuppance. Ben Jones will head in for Arizona, and Connor Tillman, it looks like, for Arizona State. And very much as they did yesterday, especially in the third period, a lot of even up calls. We'll see if these do indeed even up. Yes, we have 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. We'll pick up the calls here in just a moment. And at 4-on-4 yesterday, we saw quite a bit of action.
To Connor Tillman, 2 minutes for slashing. Wildcats penalty on number 17, Ben Jones. 2 minutes for slashing. Both penalties at 10 minutes, 24 seconds in the first period.
Arizona looking to ramp it up. On the right side, toe drag. Fisher almost slipped through the D there, but couldn't quite pull it off. He ends up in the near side corner, trying to work it around. A little bit more room out there. Orfanos arriving with a thump. Pass fanned on, but Arizona State able to get the puck out. They'll try to drive into the right wing side. Into the corner after it. Palmer will swing it around. Orfanos ends up turning it over high slot. Left side. Studioso looking to send it in front. Nobody there for it. Lackey turnaround. Chance right into the chest protector of Bavalsic. And he hangs on. 1:05 left to go in the 4-on-4. 8:41 to go in the first. Face-off will be to the left of Bavalsic here, and right now Arizona State doing a nice job of the face-off circle. They win another draw. Shot goes wide, ricochets right out in front. Punched away by the Wildcats to the near side. They're able to move it out of the zone as Litwin charging up the right wing. Lusby going to the net. Litwin backhand off the outside of the net. Here's Lusby on the near side. Quick shot for the point. Oh, that would hit the post and stayed out. Oh, Timor got that one through, and it was sitting in behind the goaltender Garber, but he had some help, and the puck does not go in. A couple of crazy bounces go each way here so far in this first period of play. Wonder if they froze the pucks properly before the game. It's like they're playing with a Super Bowl sometimes. Just under 8 to go here in the first period. Scoreless draw thus far between Arizona and Arizona State. They tie up over it on the boards as we are down to 5 seconds of 4-on-4 left. And then both Tillman and Jones will come out of the box. There's a chance sticked aside by Bavalsic. As we return to 5-on-5 hockey. Lead pass through center, a bouncer that is punched the rest of the way down and chased down there by Ziegler. Ziegler forcing the forecheck. Goes back around to that far wing. Arizona State had a little bit of trouble yesterday as Selman throws a big hit on the far side, but Arizona State had a little bit of trouble when Arizona got aggressive on the forecheck yesterday, and they're trying to go back to it again here today. Puck tipped down into the Wildcats' end from center. 7 to go here in the first. Chance in front. Pavalsik with a quick save there with the right pad. Rebound bounces away to the right side. Shaw over there trying to make something happen. Puck ends up at the left point. Here's Edgar with a wrister. Blocked, didn't get through. Backhand chance, had it sent wide. Spin-a-rama job by Deneen. He just couldn't find the net. Now here's a pass to Lowell, who's up one-on-one, trying to cut through, and now getting back to help out there was Palmer on the back check. Took that opportunity away from Lowell. But Matthew Hull steps up, keeps the puck in. Looking for a return there from Cusinelli. Hull knocked down in the corner. Orfanos can't catch up to it as it's swung around the boards and out to center. Wildcats trying to catch the Sun Devils in a change here. Jones pushing up, right side, backhand, forehand shot, Garber save, and he holds on. Well, I tell you what, that's a couple times already this afternoon. We have seen Arizona able to drive that right wing side, use some speed to get around and into a great scoring opportunity. Garber, though, has done a nice job staying with the puck carrier and shutting down those chances. But right now the Wildcats would love to get a few more of those and maybe get one to go in, much like Litwin's goal yesterday. Went in off of Roden and into the net. Meanwhile, Arizona State pushing back up with a shot fanned on there by Hoffenkamp. Demon behind the net with it. He'll cycle it back down low. Tillman after it. Played around to the left point. Kruk holding it in. His shot kicked away by Jones, who will use the glass to play it ahead. Off the body of Meyer. He still can't clear it out, though. Hull will wrap it behind the net and up the left side. He's looking to skate it ahead. Hull into the rush here on the right wing with it. His wrister is tipped away to the corner. Covering that right point. Litwin trying to keep it in. We get a whistle in behind the play and a penalty coming up, an interference call. And that's going to go against the Wildcats. So the first power play of the afternoon belongs to Arizona State. And it's going to be Lusby into the box for interference. And he clearly does not agree with the call. .1446 time of the penalty.
23, Josh Lusby. 2 minutes for interference. Time of that penalty, 14 minutes, 46 seconds in the first period.
Garber had to come way out to play it away from Selman, who was on his horse there in the forecheck. Arizona State will go the other way, though. They'll look to set things up here on the power play. Puck at the right point, shot coming in, tipped way out of play. 4:51 to go in the first. Scoreless right now, 1:37 to go in the power play for Arizona State. They come into this game at 21.9% on the power play, 64.6 for the Wildcats on the kill. Believe it or not, that's a mark that's been improving all season. They kind of got behind the 8 ball early, had a couple of bad games of penalty killing, and have been trying to improve it ever since, but the numbers have really not been in their favor all season. They will, however, get this one down the length of the ice. Garber has to make a decision here, elects to play it up the far side. Sun Devils will slow things down. They'll work up the left side, and Plord had it picked away at his own blue line. Lackey says, let me try this. He'll skate it in. Chipped on to the right wing side. Lackey sends it around behind the net. Timor tried to send it hard around, hit Studioso. Puck stays in, centering feed for Plord. He's tied up. Puck back over to the right half boards. Quickly pressure there for the penalty kill. Ends up at the right point, now sent to the left side. Studioso top of the near circle. He'll feed it up top. Lackey fakes Studioso from the dot. That shot is kicked out by Timor. He'll send it ahead, and now a chance up the right side. Here's Marshall. Marshall is up all by himself, trying to flip it around the defender and cut to the net, but couldn't do it. He's going to head off for a well-deserved change. 33 seconds to go on the power play for Arizona State. 0-0 so far in this first with 3:40 to go. Sun Devils moving it ahead. They'll walk it in. Here's Porter leaving it left side and getting it back on the half wall, but he's tied up immediately, and Lowell able to clear it down. Time ticking down, 3 seconds left to go, and Lusby out of the box, and the Wildcats have killed it off. Now in over the line, here's a chance. Tillman tipped over top of the net, bouncing puck in front. Pavalsik had to make a save on it, and it somehow rolls in. Chopped at from the side of the net. I don't know if that was Hoffenkamp who drove it in, or maybe Tillman. Let's see here. It looks like it's Hoffenkamp's goal, but an awkward bounce in a period full of them favors the Sun Devils for the first goal. And that will be Hoffenkamp's goal. .16:58 time of the marker. Not a power play goal, but comes just after that man advantage. And now let's see how Arizona responds here. So they try to push back in. Orfanos to the right point hole with a shot, tipped and bounces wide.
Sun Devil goal scored by number 25, Wyatt Palmer. The assist goes to number 8, Damon Porter, and number 2, Connor Tillman. That's Palmer from Porter and Tillman. Time of the Sun Devil goal, 16 minutes, 58 seconds in the first period.
So Porter and Tillman pick up the assist there. Hull will stop at the right point. His long shot tipped out of play. And we get a whistle. Deflection means it stays in. Face off to the left of Garber in the Arizona State goal. Now the Sun Devils trying to figure something out here, and maybe a late charge, stretch that lead out a little bit, but offside at the Wildcats blue line. All right, now the Wildcats need to find a little gas in the tank here. Quite frankly, there hasn't been much jump in either side in this opening frame here. A little afternoon start after the teams played last night, a little bit of lethargy, but because of that, you would expect that anytime there is a bit of a breakthrough, teams will be able to make something happen, and maybe fairly quickly with a burst of energy. Lusby was pulled down at center, wanted a penalty call, did not get one. Arizona State will send it back in. Pavalsik behind the net, looking for an option here, needs a little help. Really, nobody was playing traffic cop over there, so we just had a lot of standing around for a second, and now the puck flipped out of play. Face-off will once again be in the Wildcats' end of things here. Tied up in the dot, swept to the left point. Arizona State will just keep it in around the rim. Plord chasing after it as it's played on the far side. Lusby's pass didn't clear. Lackey holding it in. Trying the near side this time. It's Kruk arriving at the point to hold that puck in. Timor tying up his man on the near side. Centering feed is knocked away, and now the puck is flipped out to center. Meyer up on the forecheck here while it's moved over to Studioso, puts it back to an open wing. Kruk has to step up, wasn't planning on it. I think he wanted to get to the bench. Now he'll change. Timor waiting, looking. 1 minute left to go here in this first period. Marshall try to bump it in front. Marquis in the right side corner with it. Marquis up to the right point. Fisher looking over his shot, pinballing into the slot. And Litwin unable to get a shot away there as it's golfed down the ice. Fisher chasing, and that will be an icing call. 40.1 seconds away from our first period intermission report. In case you missed them yesterday, Or maybe you didn't know, it is senior weekend. 7 graduating seniors here for the University of Arizona, and we will hear from some of those graduating seniors in the intermission. Face-off coming up to the right of the Sun Devils net, and once again, Arizona State winning that draw. They've been very good in the circle so far today. Half minute to go in the period. And they'll just ease that one down the ice. No icing here. ASU to the change while Fisher back up the right side for the Wildcats, trying to put it ahead. Ends up with Lowell, but he lost it in his skates. Off and Camp back the other way, leaving it off on the right side. Deflected away from him. Selman putting it ahead, and now Shively into the rush with Lowell. Tried to scoop it across to him. A bouncing puck hit Lowell, and he could not control it, but the puck's not out yet. Still bouncing around in the slot. Finally, Arizona State picks it up. 4 seconds to go here, and they're just going to move it. Well, offside whistled with 1.2 to go in the period. So not much happening right there. And the puck drop here coming outside the Wildcats blue line is not going to lead to much. So they will put it down, and we will momentarily head off into the sunset of our first period intermission, which we officially do now. So 7 shots on goal for Arizona, 9 for Arizona State in that opening period, but the more important aspect of the game, the only goal in that opening frame belongs to Arizona State. Hoffenkamp from Porter and Tillman at 16:58. And it's a 1-0 Arizona State lead after 1 period of play. When we come back, we'll hear from some of those graduating seniors here on senior weekend, and we'll be right back with the first period intermission report. This is Wildcat Hockey.
It's been a great deal, honestly. When I transferred here back in 2019, I didn't really know what to expect or how the team was going to progress, but I couldn't be more happy with the way that this program is going and the way that I've been treated as a player. The sky's the limit for this program, and I'm excited to see what's next. Well, I mean, it was huge having guys like, Manny Rowe and Coos and, just those guys who have been there before and have, basically been on the rise, since times were bad. So just having those guys, that presence, really helped me out. Definitely had to be our last regular season games versus Arizona State last season when we swept them and got to take the celebratory picture with the Cactus Cup as well as the WCHL Cup. That was amazing, and the celebration that followed was awesome. It was quite an electric weekend. It's huge. Obviously everybody here knows that we don't like those guys in Tempe. So just the fact that we've won it 4, maybe 5 times now. I've been a part of 2 of those times. It's a special thing to win, and hopefully that tradition carries on. I've been thinking about it, but it hasn't quite sunk in just yet. We'll see about this weekend. We'll see what happens.
I mean, it's been great, all around, starting out, third string coming in here and then, working my way, playing more games as I get going here. The I don't know, everyone that works for U of A and and the hockey team, they just really honor everyone that plays for them and really pushes them to become better. So having that factor behind me, my 4 years has definitely been pretty good for me. Oh, it's been great. I mean, I've had a connection with him ever since we started here. It's we definitely compete for each other, help each other out when we're down. And we always like to see each other, have good games and battle for big games and starts and stuff. Coming in as a freshman and getting the Cactus Cup and just keeping it all 4 years here has been a great success for our program. And I have to say it's probably one of my best memories is just keeping that trophy here and just having that competition with ASU and just having that grind with them has been fun. I mean, not only for me, but with the younger guys, it shows them that we really want to keep this cup and keep this tradition going. So for them going forward, it's gonna a battle to keep it in the rink. Yeah, I mean, honestly, having COVID and then coming back and just being around the boys, practicing just consistently every week is it's definitely been really fun. It's just a way to get out of the stress of school and life and just come here and just play the sport we love. It's awesome. No, definitely not. I mean, I hope to continue to play after this, and so we'll see what happens. But U of A is part of me now. It's part of my blood, and so we'll just see where it goes. But it definitely has not sunk in yet. No.
Oh man, it's been super special for sure. I really enjoyed all my time here, and I'm definitely very thankful that it happened. Yeah, it really is. It's definitely starting to sink in. It's been sinking in for a while now, but it's starting to come to the very end, so. It's all been great. I mean, honestly, just being around the guys every day has been my favorite part. Oh, they meant a ton to me. Just the brotherhood that we have is probably the most special thing I can take away from being part of this program. I'd have to say winning the Cactus Cup for the 4th time in a row is pretty special. I think I'm waiting. But yeah, I'm really excited to get out here this last weekend and play with the guys in front of a lot of friends and family for sure.
Yeah, it's bittersweet. I mean, I'm excited for them. This is the goal, to graduate and to move on and to prepare themselves for the next chapter of their lives. So it's a great day. But obviously, I'm going to miss these guys. This is a really, really important class for us. They're the reason for our turnaround and where we are today, and we want to take that baton and push it to another level. Yeah, I mean, each one of them has their fingerprints on our culture, whether it's Doss's work ethic, the impact we make in the back end with Jones and Josie's grit. Obviously, when we brought Koos in, that was kind of the first big-name player, and that created another wave. And, I could go on and on about this group. I didn't even mention our goaltenders, who are probably going to go down as the greatest tandem in the history of our program. So, you don't replace guys like that. You hope to feed off and build, and hopefully the things that they learned here from the guys before, they pass on, and that's how you continue to grow. The culture, it's like a diet. You just got to keep feeding it. That's kind of the way I view it, and certainly they will have left their mark on this program as back-to-back conference champs, 4-time Cactus Cups. We hadn't won it before that. I mean, that says everything, and on top of it, just the time I've had with these guys off the ice, it's just incredible people. It's been really great to know them. Yeah, I mean, we've got 7 future great dads, great people, great business owners, whatever they decide to do. Each one of them is very different in their own way, but just a very classy, hardworking, represented the program at the highest level. I haven't even mentioned they've won 4 nationally accredited community service awards. I mean, I don't know what else they could accomplish other than what we're going to do after their time, and hopefully we got to run it here coming up next month. So. It's bittersweet. I'm going to miss this group a lot. This one in particular is going to hit home for me. It's been hitting me for a bit here. I know this time is coming. I've seen the video Mrs. Churro made that got me crying over lunch. And so these guys know I'm emotional. And it's because it's a pleasure to work with people like that.
It's meant a lot. Seeing where we started from when I was freshman year to where we are now, it's definitely been a big growth, and it's just meant a lot to play here all 4 years and get my degree from here. It meant a lot. Like you said, we all came in together, all leaving together. I mean, it kind of just throughout the 4 years, we've become best friends, and they mean a lot to me. Probably sweeping ASU at home to win the Cactus Cup would have been my junior year, and then just winning Cactus Cup all 4 years, especially from them not winning it at all before we got here, and winning it 4 straight years is pretty awesome. It's definitely surreal. Thinking of all the games that we've played here, it's coming to an end, and it's definitely something that you don't want to happen, but it comes up quick on you, and it's got to enjoy it while we can.
Ella, do you have a favorite memory? Because of Eller, I've had once-in-a-lifetime opportunities.
I've learned to step outside of my comfort zone.
Eller has given me a platform to bridge my technical skills into managerial skills.
Because of Eller, I've grown my professional network.
Because of Eller, I am more passionate about my goals.
I've met amazing people.
Because of Eller, I have endless opportunities.
I am more involved in my community.
I've been able to enhance my public speaking, which led me to get my internship this summer.
I've started taking more initiative in my life.
Because of Eller, I have a home here at the U of A.
I'm Javier.
I'm Vikas.
I'm Sariska.
I'm Natalie.
I'm Itzel.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Javier.
I am Paola.
I'm Brent.
I'm Katia.
I'm Jason.
I'm Sean.
I am Vedashri.
I'm Jennifer. I am Eller.
right, welcome back to Tucson Arena. Tom Callahan here with you as we are getting ready to go for period number 2. It is a 1-0 lead for the Arizona State University Sun Devils. Just a reminder that this is the final home game of the year for the Wildcats. However, coming up on March 5th, at 7:30, they will have a game against NHL alumni with an autograph signing following the game. And you can check out the Wildcats Facebook page for more information on that. As we look forward to always having the NHL alumni game, some interesting names popping up on the roster. And not everybody confirmed yet, so we don't really have details to share on all that. And of course, plans change at the last moment, so even once we do tell you who's coming, you never know, that could change. But it's always a lot of fun, although I did hear a rumor that Dallas Drake may be making an appearance at this year's NHL alumni game. That should be a lot of fun. I bet you, well, everybody has stories. Everybody who's been around the game has played, whether it's in the minors, whether it's college, juniors, especially if you played at the NHL level. And if you played in that era, maybe 20 years ago and before that, the stories are even crazier. It's a little different nowadays. Everybody works out, trains really hard. You have to stay competitive and stay in the National Hockey League. It's not like it used to be. And Arizona will start off with possession here and looking to tie this game up as we start period number 2. Ziegler up with the puck to the right point. Here's Hull with a wrist shot, tip, save, and Garber will sprawl to his right to hang on. He comes up with that one quickly, and good job by the Wildcats. Get a little bit of traffic in front of the Sun Devils netminder. He's had a pretty good look at just about everything coming his way here so far this afternoon. Face-off will be to his left. And that'll be scooped back to the point. Hole lets it go again, blocked in front. Sun Devils trying to clear, didn't get the angle on it, and Selman is knocked down. Now the puck is shoved out. There's McGrath up the left wing side. There's a chance right across the crease, nobody home. Wildcats trying to turn it the other way, but it went all the way down the ice to Krug. Arizona State going D to D, and now McGrath tipping it down, no icing. Oh, little miscue in front. Pavelski had to poke it away quickly to Ziegler. And again, a little bit of a lack of communication with the goalie handling the puck. Leads to a dicey moment, but now we're going to get a power play out of the deal here, a holding call. That has been whistled, and it'll be the first power play of the afternoon for the Wildcats. Just 58 seconds into this second period, which is nice. You still have a clean sheet of ice to work with here. And Arizona State starts with a draw win.
17, Joseph McGrath. 2 minutes for holding time to that penalty. 58 seconds in the second period. And put your Wildcats on a Hogan Transportation power play.
Left side, here's Selman working it into the slot. Fed over to the right. There's a wrist shot blocked. Timor trying to move down. Fisher will move it over to Orfanos. Back to Fisher. There's a chance and tipped away in front of the net. Looking for a redirect out of Selman. Timor feeding it into the corner. Selman on the rotation to the far dot. Up top to Fisher. Fisher over to the near side. Meyer back up top. Fisher. Timor. Meyer. Backhand. Knocked down in front. Bouncing. Puck goes off the outside of the mesh. Swept around towards the left point, and Fisher didn't track it in time. Had to back up. Arizona State pushing shorthanded. There's a long shot in. Bavalsic catches. Then he'll flip it ahead. Orfanos trying to get in behind the defense. Orfanos down that left wing side. He'll stop. Feed up towards the slot. Meyer back to Orfanos. Cutting across. His shot. Save Garber. Rebound through the skates of Meyer. Clear to the line. Not out. Held in by Hull. Hull his wrister. That one blocker to side. Meyer up top. Here's Hull over to the right side. There's a shot. Save. Rebound. Cleared into the corner. Johansson on to the right wing side with it. Arizona working through a change. Here's Hull. Hull, wrister, missed the net. On the right side, pushing his way down there, but unable to get to the puck there. Jones, and now it's cleared. "14 seconds ago in the power play, Arizona has threatened, but unable to beat Garber. Last rush here on the right side. Hull carries it all the way in himself. Wraps onto the near wall. We'll feed it back down low, and now we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Cleared to the right point, Shively. Shively will send it down. Right wing corner, Cusinelli trying to pull it back up top. Cusinelli cutting into the slot with it is wrister. That's deflected away in front. Arizona State's done a nice job taking away that slot as Wildcats have pushed to try to get traffic in there, but really for the most part the defense has kept several pucks from getting through. Shively will chase back into his own end. 3.5 gone in the second, 1-0 Arizona State. Lifted high on the left side, here's Lowell. Lowell went over the line, tried to feed it in front of backhand. That one goes into the far side corner. Sofrino could not catch up with it. And Arizona State back the other way. Right side, here's Lackey, leaving it off. He'll get it back on the right side, but that pass picked off. Nice read there by Cusinelli. And he'll get it on down the ice. A little bit more pace here to open the second period than we saw in the first. 1-0 Arizona State in the lead. Shively near side, dumping it in, picked up by Diebold. Diebold to Studioso, the right side tip. That one is intercepted at center by Hedgecoke. He moved it ahead, took a hit for his efforts, but made the play. Maybe we'll see the hitting pick up. Picked off by the Wildcats. There's a shot by Fritz, and out to greet it. Garber absorbs it in the pads and hangs on. 4:27 into the second period. 1-0 Arizona State. Draw to the right of the Sun Devils net. And it's won back and controlled by Arizona State. Litwin over to the far side, can't get to it. But Wildcats turn it right back in from center. Marshall dumping it onto the far side. Kruk up the boards, kept him right point. That wrister goes wide. Timor found the seam, just couldn't find the net with it. Tillman pushing into the right side. In behind the net, Timor up with it for the Wildcats, right side to Marquis. Marquis couldn't hang on to it. Sent back the other way. Timor was knocked down behind the plane, is a little slow getting off the ice here. He is definitely hurt. Slow to get to the bench. Now Tillman on the left side, tried to work it in front, slid it through the slot. Pass missed everybody. Left side, here's Marquis. Into the near corner after it. Try to play for Marshall. Instead it carried right to the side of the net. And now, right there in front of the goal, Deneen drove one of the Wildcats right in on top of his goaltender. That was Selman arriving at the front of the net. Timor sitting over there on the bench with his helmet up, but he is not getting any medical attention, so maybe just a stinger. It took a while to get up and get off the ice there. It looks like he's all right. Face-off controlled by the Wildcats this time. They'll try to go to work. Here's Lowell on the near side, chasing the puck to the half boards. Cutting into the slot. Lets it go, but a shot blocked once again. And back the other way, here come the Sun Devils. On the right wing, it's Shaw. Shaw is ridden off on the wall. Turned right back to center. Selman this time on the attack. Selman left side, leaving it. And swung in front, Ziegler, but deflected away behind. Selman to the dot, shot Lowell, and that one is kicked away. And the rebound staying on the near side. Ziegler. Ziegler trying to work free in the corner, but lost the puck. And Arizona State at least able to move it out, but Wildcats trying to push right back. They come in over the line, offside. 6:15 gone here in the second. Arizona State with a 1-0 lead on the Wildcats. Definitely a better start to this period for Arizona than they had in the first. Power play definitely helped them to get the momentum going their way here in the second. They were unable to convert, but had several chances. Here's Johansson in with a rolling puck to the backhand. Couldn't tuck it 5-hole. Oh, he tried to find that tunnel, but couldn't quite make it happen. Orfanos on the right half wall. Johansson into the pile. They trying to kick it along. Orfanos with a stick lift, keeping the play there. Orfanos finds a shot. Garber the save, and he hangs on. Tried to slide that one in between the right arm and the body of Garber, but he was able to close it down. Boy, hard work by Orfanos on that half wall. Carried it out into the slot, got the shot away. Draw to the left to the Arizona State net. Boy, you can feel the Wildcats really have some momentum on their side right now. There's another chance, and Garber a glove save on the wrister from Cusinelli. Wildcats with a late D change there. Orfanos in the right half wall looking for help. Johansson over to try to help him dig it out. Puck squirts towards the point. Is knocked out to center. Now Lackey attacking in the left side as Plord with him. Lackey, wrist shot, blocked. And the puck goes into the netting. Did we get a whistle? Yes. Didn't actually hear the whistle up here in the booth, but everybody stopped. Gotta assume there was one. Drawn to the right of Bavalsik, who's had a relatively quiet period so far. I'm sure he'll take that. Be interesting to see the communication between Bavalsik and the defense here has not been the best in the puck handling issues. Here's a drive all the way down for Jones. Rebound in front, and that one is swept wide. And once again, Arizona the attack. There's a shot off the outside of the net by Cusinelli. Left point Jones holding it in. He'll swing it around. It goes to the far side, but a lift now and looking for Lackey. He's, oh, they call it onside. He was not. Plord in with a wrist shot save made. Rebound over to the far corner. Johansson banked it inadvertently in front of his own net. Puck is free and now cleared away to the corner. That was a dicey moment. Here's Cusinelli in front of his own net, trying to stick handle out of trouble and finally forcing it to the corner. The Sun Devils coming up with some momentum right now. Here's Meyer moving it ahead. Cusinelli will tip it on. And now the Wildcats breaking in. Changing behind the play is Fisher leading the rush ahead. Meyer pushing it on the left side. Swings it to an open wing. Lusby can't quite catch up with it. Ends up at the left point. Fisher holding his shot through traffic. Garber knocked it down and holds. While it's nice to see the Wildcats getting more shots in this period, and certainly testing Garber, a lot of them have been right at that Sparky logo on the jersey. And you would certainly like to see maybe a little bit more traffic, make it a little tougher for the goaltender to pick up the puck. Shot selection here, traffic a bit of an issue, but again, nice to see the Wildcats getting more offensive opportunities here. And you never know, you put the puck on net, good things happen. You get a tip, you get a deflection. Sometimes goalies just miss. But instead, here's a chance for Arizona State. And that one is blocked in front as Porter couldn't get it through the traffic. He'll let it go to the point. Over to the right side, Hosworth with it. His long shot again hits traffic in front. That was Hedgecock on the block. Now Lusby back on the right side. He'll try to carry it in wide. He's tied up on the wall. Puck to the near side, approaching 9 minutes gone in the second. 1-0 Arizona State. Still tied up on the half boards. And that puck's not moving. The ref wants him to move it, but it is not going anywhere right now. Finally pulled out. Sent to the far side. Timor holding it in. Puts it in front. Deflected. Ends up behind the goal. Centering feed is taken away. And Porter skating it ahead on the right side. He'll dump it in. Catch a hip. As it goes around towards Timor. Timor has to reverse onto the near side to Hedgecock. Bouncer up through center is turned right back in over the line. Offside, whistled down.
Ladies and gentlemen,
9:41 into the second period.
Number 27, Max Meyer, on breaking record for the most games played in team history. Congratulations to number 27, Max Meyer.
Well, Max Meyer has officially broken the record for the most games played in Wildcats history. A little announcement here in the middle of the second period. I actually got to meet Max's mom before the game. A lot of parents down here for senior weekend, but it was great to meet her. Down here from Minnesota, checking things out. Certainly warmer down here, I'm sure. It's not been our warmest weather, but we're still beating Minnesota. On the right side, Litwin with a turnaround drive, and that one went through the slot. Out the other way and up the right wing. Dineen trying to cut through traffic, could not. Tillman ends up with a wrist shot, fought off by Bovalsic. Puck is still free, and now he puts the mid on it. Able to hold and get the face off. 9:36 to go in the second period. 1-0 Arizona State. The draw is pulled back by the Wildcats. That one ends up out at center ice. Arizona trying to attack with some speed on the right wing. Here's an off-angle chance. Garber with a right pad save there. Held in by Shively. Selman over to try to get to it. Looking for a little bit of help here through the skates of Ziegler. It's wedged high in the air out to center. Lowell will send it back to the D. Fisher playing it ahead, tipped on to Ziegler. Well, trouble with the bouncing puck here. Fisher steps up into a check on Plord, and that allows Lowell to come back for it. They'll move it around to Shively, took it off his skate, then took a bump. Puck not out. Held into the right side. Here's Studioso, trying to cut in front, and that one knocked away through the slot, bouncing in the air, glove down by Selman. Selman at least able to get it to center and just get out of the way of that hit. Pair of sixes into the far side corner. Studioso tied up by Fisher. Again, the referee wants him to move it. It's finally pulled out by Studioso up to the right point. Hosworth with a shot tipped way up into the air. Finds the netting. And we get a whistle with 8:13 to go in the second. 1-0 Arizona State. That only goal of the game came back in the first period. Hoffenkamp from Porter and Tillman at 16:58. Both teams have only had one power play in this game. They're both 0 for 1. In fact, the ASU goal came not too long after the expiration of their only power play chance. Arizona State controlling the face-off in the Wildcats end of things. Hedgecote on the far side in the corner, trying to kick it free. Ends up Timor playing it ahead. Now the Wildcats once again trying to generate off the rush. The little chip by Orfanos hit the linesman. Johansson circles, tries to feed it to Orfanos. Quick shot off the knob of the stick. Oh boy, that's all Garber could get on it, but it was enough. Out to center, Orfanos trying to curl it right back in. Gets it to the right side. Here's Timor walking in. His wrist shot is deflected off a shin pad, and now Arizona State trying to break the other way. Right side, Porter, his wrister. Ooh, that one took a funky bounce off Hedgecote and missed the net. Now a puck sent right into the slot, tipped ahead, and here's Johansson stretching, but couldn't quite get to it. Wildcats in for the change, 7:13 and counting to go here in the second. 1-0. Sun Devils in the lead. Timor back after the puck, no icing here. Fritz will feed it across the ice. Bank pass left side, and Meyer falling, but kept the play alive at least for a moment. And now ASU the other way. Sent in behind the Arizona net. Tied up in the near side corner. Jones is spilled down to the ice. Puck kept in right point. Long shot. Pavelski save. Rebound to the far side. Bouncer at the left point. And that one is kept in. Down low. Shaw trying to battle it free. He's tied up. Right point. Puck kept in. Shot down low is handled by Jones at the side of the net. Once again kept into the right point. Palmer sending it around is Jones. Hole. Lead up the middle. Tipped away to center. Sun Devils look to move it back in. On the right side, there's a chance in front. Oh, just off the toe of the stick of Deneen. Couldn't quite finish the pass from Hoffenkamp. Hoffenkamp tied up by Jones in behind the net. Under 6 to go in the second. 1-0 Arizona State. Hoffenkamp trying to center. That one is kicked away. Far side, Meyer chasing it over onto the wall. He'll wedge one high in the air. Comes out, bounces down at center. And now Pesky on the forecheck. Lusby forcing it over to the far side, and he will finish his check over there as the Sun Devils try to move it in. We haven't seen a whole lot of hitting here in this contest as an off-angle chance ripped right across the goal mouth. Kept into the right point. There's a big hit up top by Marshall, but Marshall's going to end up in the penalty box. Marshall delivered the shoulder there on Lanfear, but he's whistled for the boarding call. Always the danger of when the hitting picks up here. It seems the calls follow. 14:39 time of the penalty.
Wildcat penalty and number 10, Dawson Marshall. 2 minutes for boarding. Time of that penalty, 14 minutes, 39 seconds in the second period.
It's the second power play of the game for Arizona State. They are 0 for 1 with the man advantage. As that puck cleared down the ice. Garber will tee it up back there. Under 5 to go here in the second. Minute and a half to go on the Arizona State power play. Here's Lackey trying to chase it. That would have sent back the other way. A ricochet back in, and the play, they whistle it down as offside.
Don't forget to purchase your Wildcat Hockey Chukka pucks for only $1 each, or you can pick up 6 for $5.
Connor Kruk rotating the shoulder there. Looks like that one caught him up high.
And don't forget the Junior Wildcats 50-50 roundup. Take a chance on winning some cold hard cash for the weekend. And also don't forget to check out today's food promotions, which include a 2-quart
Face-off is won back and controlled by the Wildcats as they will bank that one down. Arizona State looking to walk it back in. Plord on the right side. His pass deflected, ends up with Meyer. Off the boards, not out. Put towards the front of the net. Pavelski, what a save, reaching back with the right pad. And oh, he got the whistle. Puck was free, but he got the whistle. The referee was on the back side of where that puck was, and I guess from his angle, it looked like it was under the right pad of Pavelski. Nice break there for the Wildcats. They could use that. .105 to go in the Sun Devils power play. 4:26 remaining here in the second. And ASU controlling the draw. Tillman feeding it into the corner, bouncing puck in the slot, scooped away to the line, not out. Held in by the Sun Devils. Here's McGrath feeding it over to the far side. Off-angle chance, that one is ripped wide, comes around the wall. McGrath able to hold it in. He'll get it over to Palmer, back to McGrath. They play a little catch up top. Fed to the left half wall. Hoffenkamp trying to move it around, redirected left point. Ends up on the far side now up to the right point, McGrath. Back across, a shot blocked. Nice job by Meyer to get in the lane there. Hoffenkamp on the far side, trying to shake Shively. Back in front, of shot, save Pavelski, and he holds. Big stop right there on the one-time chance from Porter. Nice stop by Pavelski, keeping it a 1-0 game. 16 seconds left to go on the Sun Devils power play. 3:36 remaining in the second period. Arizona State able to control the draw, but not able to hold the puck in, as Diebold has to chase it all the way back down. And that'll do it. Wildcats kill it off. .313 and counting to go in the second period. See if Arizona can gain a little momentum from that penalty kill, but right now the Sun Devils not in any hurry to really move this puck. They'll try a right side stretch, didn't work out. Lowell trying to pull away from his check. Here's Jesse Lowell on the right side, cutting into the slot. Could not get through the traffic. Turned right back by the Sun Devils. They'll move up the left side. Lackey feeding it to an open wing, jumping up in the play is Diebold, feeding it into the corner. Plord, left side half boards. Puck sent into the corner. Lackey and Timor have a little battle of their own going over there. Keep an eye on those two. Big hit on the near side by Ziegler. Jars the puck loose, but not over the line yet. Stays into the right side. Plord feeding it into the corner, and now we had Ziegler dumped in behind the play, and he swept the mid away from Lanfear, and now Ziegler goes back after Lanfear with a hit again. Here's Orfanos, going to carry it out. Right side, Orfanos attacking with speed. Shot from the wing, he missed, and it wraps all the way around. Back down into the Wildcats. Edwards picked up by Tillman. Tillman watched by Jones, circling the net. Out the far side, he'll leave it off onto the left wing half wall. That shot is blocked by Johansson. Now it ends up back to the near corner. At the right point, Hawsworth trying to put it through the traffic, blocked by Jones. Orfanos with a stick lift, steals it back. Pass knocked down by Cusinelli. He could not control it though. And now Johansson kept it in momentarily at the line. It's opening up a little bit here with a minute and a half to go in the second period. 1-0 Arizona State. There is a long lead pass on the right side, banked a little too far, but that one is going to be handled by Garber, so no icing there as it swung away from Meyer. Johansson keeping it in at the line. Here's Meyer rolling puck, feeding it left side. Shively a shot and a glove save as Garber hangs on. Boy, oh boy, it really has opened up here towards the tail end of this second period. Back and forth chances. But again, the Wildcats unable to find the answer. They scored 5 last night, don't have one yet here today. Mind you, Arizona State had 6. It was a 6-5 OT win for the Sun Devils. Today, a little bit of the opposite here. 1-0, 1:09 to go in the second. Face off to the right of the Sun Devils' goal. Wildcats would love to convert, get a little momentum before the break.
1 minute left in the second period.
Arizona State looking to try to build something up this right side. If they can get the puck out of the zone, they finally do. It'll be chased down. The centering feed for Porter does not get through. Right side, that is kept alive by McGrath, and Bavalsic, oh boy, adventures in puck handling with Nolan Bavalsic. That's the story of this afternoon. Fortunately, it works out. Half minute to go in the second. Up to the left point, Fritz feeding it onto the half boards. Lusby lets it go, save Garber, rebound, pulled out Marquis behind the net. 18 seconds to go. Marquis trying to kick it along. Looking for a little bit of help on the wall, but it's chipped past Lusby. Porter flips it to the line. It's knocked right back down by Fisher, who sends it in offside. That'll pretty much kill off the clock in the rest of the period. And we are now 40 minutes in the books.
Arizona with 16, ASU with 5.
So the shots there tallied at 16-5 in favor of the Wildcats. 23 then for the Wildcats in the game. And 14 for Arizona State. But again, on the scoreboard where it matters most, Hoffenkamp's first period marker is still standing up as the difference in this one. Well, as we told you, it is senior weekend here. There are 7 graduating seniors in this program for Arizona. Dawson Marshall, Ben Jones, Max Meyer, Alex Johansson, Anthony Churro, Nolan Bavalsic, and Anthony Cusinelli. And coming up, we'll hear from a couple more of those graduating seniors in the intermission. So stick around. 40 minutes in the books. Arizona State still maintaining that 1-0 lead. This is Wildcats hockey.
this group of seniors here, they've been the core here for a long time, and we're talking about our captain and assistant captain here, plus probably the best goalie tandem Arizona hockey has ever seen. It means a lot to the program to have these guys here. It's funny, when I was a student here, my first year as a student employee, these guys are all freshmen, so it was great meeting them kind of all those years ago, and now we're here and they're graduating, and it's an extremely emotional experience just seeing these guys grow so much, and we're all around the same age, and just seeing them move on to bigger and better things is, there's nothing else like it as a administrator here for Arizona hockey. I remember being up at ASU when we won our first conference championship and having these guys on the ice and celebrating with them for that, and then the second one, and then the 4 Cactus Cup. So these guys are leaving Arizona hockey, never have lost a Cactus Cup, and you're talking, it's been years since that has happened. So it's incredible to see the accolades these 7 students have accomplished, and just what they've been able to do, not only on the hockey rink, but off ice as well, with all the community service work that they've done. They're going to be greatly missed as a major part of Arizona hockey. There's 2 students in particular that I really just want to say thank you to, and they've worked so hard, and that's Ethan Bennett and Allison Coatsworth. They've done incredible work with U of A hockey, and their job is really thankless. They're not the ones with their pictures on social media, and they're not the ones going on trips and getting these accomplishments, but they're an incredible help, and you can usually find them at Arizona hockey games at Section 215. They're selling chugga-pucks, giving away programs, making sure students get in the building safely with their tickets. It's incredible what they do. They've done it for the past 3 years, and I remember hiring them both as just student volunteer help, and just seeing the way they've grown into the mature adults that they are now. It's awesome. You know, it's almost like I feel a little bit of like a father seeing my kids grow up in front of me, and I'm so excited for them as they both graduate and move on to bigger and better things. And working in sports is a thankless job, and I can't begin to just thank them enough for all they've done, and they're going to be greatly missed, and we're excited to see the new students we have coming in here and just what else we can build off of the hard work that they have done to get us here. We're going to miss you greatly. I cannot wait to have you all come back for Alumni Weekend, and especially to show off our new facility to you. It's going to be awesome. I love having the opportunity to share some of these moments with these alumni now, and just be able to grow and just talk about how cool it was to win the conference championships or go to the national tournaments or just be 4-time Cactus Cup champions. It's going to be awesome, and it obviously doesn't end here. We can't wait to see you back for next Alumni Weekend, and hopefully we're winning another Cactus Cup with you.
Ice to win the WCHL championship. It's given me countless memories, friendships that I'll cherish for the rest of my life, and especially can't wait to come back for Alumni Weekend once that new rink is done. It has a little bit. It kind of hit me last weekend because in the locker room we have like a little board that says how many games we have left, and it's getting down to 2 now. So it's definitely hit me, and with my whole family coming down, kind of tell hockey's coming to an end, unfortunately, but I'm just ready to cherish these last few games and have a good time at Nationals. I would just say the first road trip in Utah, obviously before that game I got hurt, but just that first game back after being off for a year and a half, 2 years, it just felt good to get back on the ice.
No, it's been amazing. You know, a lot of these guys here are just some of my best friends. You know, I got to be able to play with my brother for 3 years, which was awesome, and just going into this final stretch is just crazy. That's just all coming to an end here. Yeah, it would definitely be the back-to-back WCHL champs. Then, you know, again, just being able to play with my brother. You know, we've been together, haven't played on the same team once, and it's been a good experience. So, yeah, I think it's awesome. You know, I got 2 brothers. Only got to play with Bailey, but you know, just playing on the PK, we're just a dynamic duo out there, and you know, he's one of my best friends too. I'm living with him after school too, so it's just gonna be back to normal there. Yeah, you know, just being able to play in front of those ASU crowds is really rowdy, really fun, and just making a big hit, scoring a goal, anything like that, just gets the boys going, the people going in the crowd, and it's a really good time. I think after it hasn't really sunk in yet. You know, the memories of this building have been amazing, and you know, it's just coming to an end, and I can't really, you know, picture that until the day actually comes on Saturday. So we'll see how it goes.
And welcome back. Third period action coming your way from Tucson Arena. Tom Callahan here with you. And it is the final period of the final home game. Of this Arizona Wildcats season. Nolan Bavalsic, one of the two graduating senior netminders, leading his team back out onto the ice for this third period. 1-0 Arizona State in the lead. And again, the graduating seniors, 7 of them, an unusually large number, but that's just kind of the way it played out because of the pandemic. Of course, several athletes granted 5th-year eligibility. Dawson Marshall, Ben Jones, Max Meyer, Alex Johansson, Anthony Churro, Nolan Bavalsic, and Anthony Cusinelli, this year's graduating clump of seniors. And so as they will matriculate, pull out the old dictionary for that one. They would like to do so with a victory in their hip pocket here against hated rival Arizona State. Will they be able to do it? Well, we're going to have to find out here. Really, the important thing for Arizona, they did a much better job in period number 2 of getting pucks to the net. And they're going to need to continue that here, that's for sure. Look for this Arizona team to really try to ramp things up on the offensive side. Continue that pressure. It's a 1-0 game. Anything can happen here in the third, and the Wildcats try to start with some possession. Ziegler weaving high in the zone. He'll move it over to the left side. A shot tipped in front, just wide of the net. Hole has to give up the line. As up the left side, Studioso feeding it across. Lackey couldn't hold on to the pass. Send it deep. Plord trying to play it off the cage to himself. Ends up at the right point. That shot goes off a shin pad. Ricochets near side. And now it's picked off by Lowell. He'll move it ahead. Gives it back. Ziegler. Left side. Lost it. Got it back. Centering feed for Lowell. And a left pad save there. Great job getting to the net. Lowell directing it, but Garber one better. Johansson after the puck is he'll wrap it around. Cusinelli off the bench trying to move it ahead. It's caromed back into the Wildcats' end. Arizona State must tag up. Pushing it ahead now is Fisher. Fisher will work his way in and shove that one deep. And now the Wildcats again trying to go to work in the offensive zone. Johansson has that one knocked away. And now a race for it. That Bavalsic waiting for the puck will play it away. Right side lead a little too far for Fisher. He's unable to come down with it. And once again, Arizona State trying to move it away. And is sent back in too far for Bavalsic to get to. Johansson wrapped behind his own net. Definitely a little different pace again to this third period. Picking up yesterday, we saw 3 distinct and different periods of hockey. This one certainly has some more pace to it. It was the first period that was the sleeper today. Yesterday it was the second. As that puck is tipped into the netting, picked up here in the second period. And again, great to see the offensive zone chances for Arizona. But they're going to need to find something here to break through. Garber, who's played very well in this one, made several key saves. Perhaps they'll be able to find a way to solve him here. Arizona possessing the puck. Here's Meyer, the right point with a long shot. That one ends up going wide. And now the Wildcats battling to keep it in. They do. Here's Meyer sending it towards the front of the net, tipped away into the corner. Ends up with the left point held in there. Long shot with a bouncing puck. That one is steered away in front of the net. Sun Devils try to break the other way. They'll come up the left wing side. Nice job. Hedgecock fell down, though. Puck continues on. And Bavalsic able to poke it away to the corner. Offenkamp feeding it up to the right point. It's shoved right back down the dasher. And the crowd coming alive with a U of A chant here in the third. Meyer at center has to just dump that one down. And Bavalsic will leave it now behind the Wildcats net. Both teams trying to cycle the personnel here. 3:15 gone here in the third. 1-0 Arizona State. Sun Devils up with it. There's a feed into the slot. A shot that is blocked. Did not get through. Was trying to fight through there as Larson. Ends up on the far side with Marshall. Marshall has Marquis trying to hit him in stride. Chipped it over him. No icing, though. Marquis will stay up on the forecheck. Litwin has it slid around the glass. Looked like the puck hit the netting, but play continues. Still trying to dig it out over there. The pile forming. Puck at the right point hole. Hanging on to his right. Looking for a seam and a shot blocker save there. Rebound cleared to the line. A bouncer held in. Long shot there. Jones. That one is blocked off a defender and cleared. Pavalsik trying to catch Arizona State in a change. Marquis stepping right back in. His wrist shot. Big rebound kicked away. Selman on the left side keeping the pressure on, but overskates that puck. Now it's cleared to the line, but Marshall able to hold it in. He'll send it deep. Selman moving up on the forecheck, forcing the play to reverse around. And now big hit train on the tracks there as Lowell made contact with his man. Dump back into the Wildcats end. Fisher looking for the stretch on the right side. Pass tipped out of the air, but picked up and moved ahead by Ziegler. Ziegler in on the wing, try to work his way in past the D, knocked away to the corner. Now back the other way, Arizona State. Boy, it's opened up here the last couple of minutes once again. We saw this at the end of the second period as Plord spills down to the ice. But again, we're seeing some back and forth chances here to open up the third. 1-0 ASU in the lead. Both goaltenders have had to be very good this afternoon. Left side here, Ziegler picking up a loose puck. Trying to walk in. Could not get through the traffic as it's cleared out. And now Arizona State, well, not much of a chance there. Just kind of dumped into the corner. And a big hit on the near side once again. The hitting also picking up as Shively moving ahead. Cusinelli cutting on the left wing. Cusinelli to the forehand. His shot missed the net. Wraps around to the near side. Fed to the point. There's a shot. Orfanos couldn't get it through the traffic. Timor keeping it in with help from Orfanos. He'll scoop it down the near wing. Cusinelli behind the net with it. Cusinelli tried to send it in front. Did all the way to the left point where it's held in by Hedgecoke. He'll knock his man down. Feed it back around. Cusinelli tied up. Couldn't get the pass in front. On the near side. Selman leaving it off. Timor down the wall. Cycling up Cusinelli. A lot of movement right now. Quick shot. Cusinelli fought off there by Garber. Puck is free in the slot. Arizona State to clear. They didn't get it very far though. Timor able to step it right back in. He'll dump to the near corner. Orfano stays up on the forecheck as the Wildcats trying to press the advantage here. And that one is wedged out down the ice wide of Pavalsik. And an icing call will help the Wildcats perhaps keep some of the momentum going here. And we are joined by Sebastian Janik back up here in the booth. And Sebastian, we haven't heard much from you these last couple of games, but maybe you want to fill folks in on what you've been doing.
Yeah, I've been working away on a behind-the-scenes documentary cataloging the experience of 3 of these U of A Wildcats in their final season. Captain Anthony Cusinelli, also goalie Anthony Churro, and Max Meyer, 3 seniors who have been a core part of this program. And you've seen during the live stream the interviews with Berman. If you've seen the intermission interviews, core guys that really changed his program around. So I've been trying to film all that I can of these guys' last games, but wanted to get back on the mic. But that was a very long, continuous flow of play there that I was hanging out waiting for a break. Really back and forth action here so far in the third period.
We have had a pretty good number of chances here as the Wildcats continuing to look. A puck tipped in on Garber, and he's able to get that one as well. And we've seen a lot of traffic in front of that Arizona State net, but more often than not, it seems like the defenders are able to either block or at least knock down some shots for their goaltender.
Yeah, the ones that have gotten through on Garber, you know, they've been some big rebounds that he's pushed out to the dots, and a couple that have just fallen right down in front of him that he's covered. But being in the locker room in that second intermission, the message was, we need 1 goal at the end of this season. This is our barn. This is our last game of the season. We need to send this off the right way. And one of the keys to getting that goal was getting in the blue paint and just getting that dirty tip-in goal any way you can. So we'll see if that net front presence continues throughout this period.
6.5 gone by here in this third period. It remains 1-0 Arizona State, and that goal came all the way back in the first period from Hoffenkamp. Since then, it's been a goaltender's duel. There's a shot to jam at the side of the net. Pavalsik just holding that near post. But Arizona State now trying to get the momentum. There's a shot block, ends up in behind the net. Deneen trying to kick it along, looking for a little help in the pile. Fritz and Jones over there, Hole keeping watch. It's pulled out the near side, ends up towards the left point. Backing up is Edgar. He'll feed it over to the right side. There's a shot tipped wide of the net.
ASU really likes those lively shots coming off the backboards. They know that there's a lot of ricochet potential when they throw shots out there. And that's how that first goal got scored on Biv. And we saw one against Churro, yes, last night as well. Just a hard shot off the boards, comes right back into the slot. So ASU, maybe not purposefully missing the net. Maybe I'm giving them a little bit too much credit, but it's been working out.
Meyer bringing it ahead. He's got some help with him with Lusby. Try to get it over to him, but it's picked off in the back check there. Here's Edgar moving it up the left side, and now it's fed to an open wing. Arizona's going to finish their line change here. Plord missed on the stretch pass, but it will not be icing. Fisher turning it back to the right side to Shively. Shively with a stretch, tipped down by Marquis. And now the puck fanned on, left to the side of the net. Chance to walk it in front. It goes right through the crease out the other side. And the Sun Devils fire it down the ice. An icing call, but yet another very close chance.
Yeah, you gotta just hope one of these bounces can go the U of A's way at some point. We've seen some great wrist shots from Matthew Hull, Anthony Cusinelli, guys with deadly wrist shots that have just missed by inches. Saw Jesse Lowell just unable to bury a tip out in front earlier in this game. A couple good net drives by Ben Jones. They've been all around it this whole game. Just can't get one to go right now.
Well, give it another shot here with a draw when shot fired high. Rips around to the right point. Fisher holding it in. Selman in the near side corner. Wildcats on the cycle here. Ziegler tried to force one through. Blocked. And that is tipped to the line, but stepping over to intercept is Lowell. He'll put it right back into the far corner.
That's a confident defensive move from Jesse Lowell. He steps up to try to intercept and break up that pass. If that gets through him, they've got a 2-on-1 going the other way. Luckily, good defensive awareness from Jesse Lowell knocks it down.
Here's a chance, though. Arizona State moving in, and a backhand pass across. Shot never got away. Nice job by Shively tying up Studioso.
Big improvement over last night's game where we saw those odd man Russians for ASU just not be played the right way, and they were able to just walk in multiple times. Right there, a big save, a big stop in the big point of this game.
Here's Cusinelli with a wrist shot, and the save made by Garber. He will hang on to that one, once again absorbing the rebound. Garber has also done a very nice job of hanging on to those loose pucks for the most part in this game here today. And Arizona's driving. They're looking for something, Sebastian. Anything hanging out in the front of that net.
Yeah, there's a sense of desperation with this team right now. They know how important this game is in the locker room. It was a clear message of there's no point in leaving anything out there because this is your last chance for this season for these seniors who are moving on. It's their last game ever in this building, except for the Coyotes alumni game, but I think that'll have a little bit less intensity than the ASU U of A rivalry, I'm guessing.
I would imagine. I would imagine.
Unless Shane Doan shows up wearing all ASU attire, and then maybe things will get interesting. But no, it just doesn't seem to be going. Those little bounces, and that shot there from Cusinelli. I'm not sure if he's looking for a rebound, but it's a little bit uncharacteristic for him to throw one right into the middle. I don't think he's trying to do that. It's just everything. It's just those couple millimeters off. But these guys are desperate for this win with 10 minutes left in the third period here at the Tucson Arena.
Well, they would love these 7 graduating seniors to leave with that win over ASU last night. An overtime thriller, but it went the way of the Sun Devils. We have now reached the halfway mark of period 3. And on the right side, here's a chance. Fritz shot blocked, then he ran. Oh boy, Fritz is knocked down, and he is staggered by that one. A little slow to get up, but he stays in the play. Good to see at least he's still staying out there. Now he's going to head to the bench.
Yeah, I think he got a little bit of knee on knee or leg on leg there. You could hear the kind of crack from the hit from up here.
Litwin trying to center puck up in the air, batted out of the air, but just wide. It ends up on the near side and scooped out to center. Oh man, Meyer almost able to chop that one in, and it would have counted. Referee indicated it was not a high stick.
Yeah, great hand-eye coordination there from Meyer, and that might be the type of goal they're going to need to score right now. It's going to be just a bounce, a tip, something, but this has got to be just all hands on deck, all shots on net for this next 9 minutes.
Well, this is ugly can be pretty right now. Here's Litwin in right side, and his shot is gobbled up. Boy, Garber's been really good at anticipating the shots, getting aggressive, getting out on that angle, and attacking shooters in this game.
Yeah, Garber isn't the biggest goalie, which is interesting when you look at the size differential between the two ASU goalies. Garber is definitely the smaller of the two, but his positioning has been solid. He's been able to read when the U of A are trying to sell shot or pass, and not giving up a rebound there is huge at this stage in the game. But those second chance opportunities, this is a second chance game. You know, hockey's just that type of sport. It's a second chance game, second opportunity game. So Litwin, you know, it's kind of the exact same shot Cusinelli had coming down the wing. So that's where, you know, maybe you start looking to say, all right, I'm not going to try to go, you know, over the shoulder. I'm not going to try to go bar down. I'm just going to get something on the pads that he's forced to kick out into the slot and in a place where it's impossible to anticipate where it's going to end up.
And now Arizona State looking for an opportunity of their own as Hoffenkamp tried to push in, but it's stolen right back by Marquis. Marquis up the ice with Marshall. Marquis, right side, wrist shot, sent that one way high and out of play.
Yeah, I think he pulled out the lob wedge on that one. I thought it might have got deflected, but I think he just opened up that stick for the shot and just goes straight up into the netting. Or is this
Well, they're going to keep it inside, so tipped out.
That does make far more sense than him just skying that one quite that much. But you don't really, I didn't really hear much, but I also am a little bit deaf, so I can't blame
Well, there have been a few times, honestly, I haven't heard the whistle go and play is stopped up here, so I don't know. I don't think it's just you. Arizona State trying to stretch that lead here on the attack. There's a shot well over top of Bovalsic. Out to center, Lowell trying to poke it along, got it through. Tracking that rolling puck on the left side is cleared but not out. Ziegler following the play, tried to toe drag his way through, couldn't. Lowell chopped at it. It ends up on the far wall, cleared to the line. Shively has to pull it back out to center.
I like the confidence there from Ziegler, but we've seen the U of A down at ice level. I was seeing, you know, multiple guys just trying to force plays up the middle when there's no space there. I mean, if you can get the stick handles through 5 guys, that'll be incredible, but going through the middle when there's this much traffic is very hard to do.
Well, that's a Connor McDavid level play. If
Yeah.
you can pull it off, good for you.
If there's a guy on this team to step up and do it right now, it most likely would be a guy like Jesse Lowell. But right now, I think it's just got to be simple 8 minutes of hockey and just force Garber to continue stealing this game.
Arizona State using the glass, puck to the line. Fisher steps up, able to hold it in. He'll drive down the right side, a little bit of daylight. Fisher slides it in front, a bouncing puck, and it goes out the other side. Johansson knocked down in the corner. Cusinelli feeds the left point. Shively gets it across. Fisher at the dot, walks around one, lose it into the corner, send it side of the net. Johansson tried to wrap it in front. Off-angle chance, that one doesn't go either. Here's Fisher on the right side, broken stick on a play for Cusinelli. He has to head to the bench. Johansson again trying to tuck it in front, poke check by Garber. And now in behind the net, Porter trying to get it out. Can't clear for Arizona State. Puck off the skates over to the right side. Lusby trying to track it up the dasher, and it goes out.
Lusby had a lot of time and space, but that pass from Orfanos just comes in so hot, so hard to corral a pass when it's coming across the seam. But then again, if you don't get that much on the pass, maybe it doesn't make it through in the first place. But a great shift there. Timor looking to follow up on it.
Timor driving right side, leaving into the slot. Wanted Lusby. He had his stick checked, and the shot does not go. Puck all the way back to center. Hedgecock will push it right back in. He and Timor lead the rush. Hedgecock backhand save made. Rebound is covered by Garber.
And one of the few times Garber hasn't smothered it immediately, but I think that's exactly the example of why you just got to throw everything on him right now. You got guys coming off the bench on a line change, so you don't get anyone in the slot at the moment that rebound pops out. Timor with a very headsy play, gets around his man, coming over the blue line with a lot of space, tries to drop it back to Lusby, but got to give credit to the ASU defenseman for reading that play there.
It's also an example of why the backhand's so tough for a goaltender to track. It was just a little backhand flick, but when they come in like that off the angle, it's not easy to judge where it's going with what velocity on the backhand, and I think that one Garber got in front of, obviously, but then had to knock it down and cover it.
And especially because, you know, most guys at any level have a much better, you know, wrist shot than backhand. So if you can sell, you know, looking like you're holding on for a pass and then get one quickly on down, the backhand can generate a lot of confusion. But ASU able to press a little bit here. It's been all Wildcats for most of this period, but still that big goose egg laying up there on the scoreboard.
Well, have you ever heard the story about Wayne Gretzky meeting Gordie Howe as a kid?
I don't think I have.
Asked him for his advice. Gordie Howe said to Gretzky, work on your backhand, kid.
You got to have both of those weapons in the arsenal. As a Boston guy, I've watched Brad Marchand use that backhand to a lot of effectiveness over the years.
Here's
a
break.
great chance.
Lusby, left side, Lowell, wrist shot off the goal post. Lowell hit the goal post. Right back, ASU, 3-on-2. Hustling up the right side, puck fed right in. Bavalsic able to play it away. Oh, how much closer can you get?
I mean, the puck luck that is going against these guys right now. Considering the one goal that ASU scored and the way they did it, and then U of A almost scores on a goal like that, and it just rings right off the pipe and comes straight back out. Great save by Bibb. What a huge stop there to keep the U of A in this game 1-0. ASU just gets in all alone, and Bibb stays right with him the whole way.
Right now, it is definitely a back-and-forth contest. 4:42 to go in the third. And this is time to leave it all out there for both teams. ASU wants to protect, if not extend the lead. Arizona wants to tie this hockey game. And of course, it's a heated rivalry matchup. Ziegler will carry it ahead on the left side. He'll try to dump that one into the near side corner. Kruk chasing after it. Cleared just off Orfanos and out of the zone. Now Fisher will push right back in. The D are active. Into the slot. Shot Cusinelli, and he is shut down by Garber. Once again, eager in attacking.
We'd like to announce that the Wildcats would like to congratulate and give a huge thank you to athletic trainer Diane Goodrich. You see her all the time coming out on the ice to mend the boo-boos and the ouchies. She is retiring at the end of the season. Thank you so much for all you do for us, Diane. Thank you.
Nice little tribute there. We will definitely miss seeing Diane's smiling face around the locker room.
She is a piece of this team that has kept all these guys going for all their years here, through injuries, through rehabs, through everything. And these guys in the locker room were saying, let's get this done for Diane. They want to make her proud just as much as these seniors that are moving on as well.
3:44 and counting to go in the third. Arizona needs one to tie. 1-0 is your score. And this third period has been a hotly contested one. Tied up in the Arizona State zone right now. That puck on the far wall, they want him to move it. You can hear him yelling at him to move it. It finally comes out of the pile. Shively up top, and his shot is tipped into the, no, it caught the glass, stays in play, and now Porter looks like he's hurt in the slot, trying to get up. There was a collision there. Shively feeding it into the left side corner. Off angle chance, that one is blocked away. And now Fisher looping behind the net, out the left wing side. Fisher up top with space, feeds it into the right half wall. Cusinelli trying to get it back to Fisher, bouncing puck, he'll let it go off the goal post again! Another post! Unbelievable! And now, unable to get up is McGrath. Back in is Fisher, glove save Garber. Unreal!
That was like a Mighty Ducks knuckle puck right there. I mean, Fisher doesn't even try to settle it down, just absolutely hammers that bouncing puck on edge, and it goes straight off the crossbar. So that's one post, two posts, another, oh my. Looking back at the replay, Fisher so close to scoring on that. And I think Porter got tangled up with his own man. Leg got stuck under another ASU player. He went down awkwardly. And then the follow through on Fisher's shot took down another ASU player.
Timor with a shot, stop, rebound, swept right through the slot. Ziegler will catch up with it, send it into the corner. Lowell trying to tie up his man. Puck ends up on the near side. 2.5 to go in the third. 1-0 Arizona State. And now we'll begin to keep an eye too on Bavalsic, just in case he ends up going to the bench. Right now, Arizona would prefer to do it with the goalie in net, that's for sure. Timor on the left side. He'll dump it in from center. Also, they're trying to keep the shifts short here. Arizona trying to attack with energy every time out. And Sebastian's going to head downstairs here to get some post-game comments from Coach Berman. Hopefully we have at least a tie, if not a win, to talk about, but now 1:49 to go in the third. Bavalsic still in the net. Sun Devils able to at least clear it to center. Lackey trying to put it ahead, turned right back by Jones, ended up right back with Lackey, and he'll just ease it down the ice. A minute and a half to go. Here come the Wildcats. In on the left side, Lola shot. Turned aside by Garber. Rebound in front is swept away down the ice. And now the race for it. Can Hull get there? Lackey just unable to catch up. But boy, he had everything in it trying to beat out that icing. And now we will indeed see the timeout from Chad Berman on the bench. He'll pull out the whiteboard. And now it's time to draw up the play. 75 seconds left to go in regulation time. 1-0 Arizona State. And you have to believe this might also be where Bavalsic ends up on the bench for a 6-on-5 advantage. Boy, this third period has been absolutely manic. The Wildcats pushing so hard to tie this game, have hit the post twice here in the third period. Arizona State, meanwhile, nobody really talking to Eric Garber, just letting him be in his own little world and hang out in the zone. He's only talking to Dawson Roden, the other goaltender for Arizona State, but he's the reason why we are where we are. Garber has had an exceptional game. And indeed, Bavalsic onto the bench. So it will be 6-on-5. Face-off coming up to the right. Of Garber. Here we go. Hull feeding it onto the left side. Arizona State trying to attack quickly to the puck. Lowell. Too far for Johansson. He'll get it Cusinelli. Cusinelli, backdoor score! Arizona finds a way to tie it up with just over a minute to go in regulation. Unbelievable! Bavalsic will go back out there. Timeout called by Arizona State, and the Wildcats tying it with 1:02 left to go in regulation. You want to talk about a flair for the dramatic.
Goal, give it to number 18, Jesse Lowell. The assist goes to number 15, Anthony Cusinelli. And number 7, George Orfanos. That's Lowell from Cusinelli and Orfanos. Time of your Wildcat goal, 18 minutes, 58 seconds in the third period.
Wow, unbelievable. And Arizona State calling timeout, and not a bad idea here because you don't want Arizona carrying all that momentum from the goal into this next faceoff. You want to bring your team over, settle them back down, and say, hey, we played a heck of a hockey game here. And it took an incredible play to beat Garber. But 1 minute left to go in the third, and Arizona is not done pushing. Can they find another one? Jesse Lowell with the goal to tie it. Selman pushing in left side. He'll try to center. It's tipped in behind the net. Studioso cannot clear. Held in by Lowell into the right corner. Selman slaps it around to the far side. Ziegler chasing it down. Ziegler has it in his skates. It's lifted towards the line. Lowell knocked it down, high stick. Face-off will go outside. 25.8 seconds to go. And what is now regulation time here? The game tied at 1. Will we see a second consecutive overtime? What a pass from Anthony Cusinelli to set up Lowell on the back door. And now, here come the Sun Devils. They'll try to push in. Babalczyk with a glove save and a high shot. Face-off will stay inside the Wildcats end of things here. Puck ends up behind the Wildcats net. Jones will go up the left side. Just 10 seconds left here if they're going to do anything with it. Arizona State looks like they're going to pull it back, run out the clock, and we will head to overtime.
Shots on goal in the third period. Arizona with 10, Arizona State with 1. Ladies and gentlemen, after this timeout, we will
10-1, the shots on goal there, as you heard. And really, it was a period in which Arizona had to push, had to bring the offense. But for the second day in a row, we'll have overtime. Yesterday, we were tied at 5 when we went to the OT. And that 3-on-3 overtime ended up settled by Lackey, as Clayton Lackey scoring his second of the game. And that gave Arizona State the 6-5 win. And now Arizona looking for a little redemption. They will change ends. So again, the long change of play, and that's really what killed Arizona yesterday. They got caught out on a long shift, couldn't get fresh legs out there. And unfortunately for the Wildcats, that one ended up in a loss, but now they have a chance to go back at it and put one in the win column here. And boy, take nothing away from the game that Eric Garber's played, or Nolan Babalczyk. All right, here we go, 3-on-3. It'll be Selman on the left side with Lowell and Hull. They'll flip it across. Lowell knocked it down. Hull with a bouncing puck on the far side. A lot of room out there on the ice in the 3-on-3. And Hull will just pull it back to center. No problems there. Regroup with the possession. Here's Selman driving the left side, looking for something to open up. Wrist shot, and Garber a glove save. Face-off will stay to the right of the Arizona State goal. Cusinelli, Orfanos, and Timor out there now. And Garber quickly gobbles that one up as it went right into him. Cusinelli again in for the draw. Ends up on the near wall. He'll get it back to Timor at the line. Timor, Cusinelli, back across to Timor. Just got the pass through. Here's Orfanos backing up. His shot is blocked. Orfanos left side. Bank pass. Timor swings it across. Cusinelli at the left point. He'll pull it back to center ice. Anthony Cusinelli watched by Lackey as he gets it around to Timor. Timor and his pass. Orfanos did not expect it. Arizona State will take its first possession of the overtime. And they will bring it up the right side on the attack. Palmer carrying into the right wing corner, tried to center, knocked away from him. And now Arizona chance to attack, odd man situation. Left side, here's Lowell moving in. Cutting, leaving it, left wing. Selman in front, Lowell tipped it just wide to the far post. Selman's got to hustle back on D. Here's the lead ahead on the right side. A chance up top, backdoor tip, right pad, save Pavalsik, turn it back. Now a race on the left side, here's Selman. Selman to the puck, looking in front. Selman cradles, tripped as he goes behind the net, no call. Back comes Arizona State on the left side. They'll try to work it in. Florida shot, stopped by Pavalsik, rebound cleared, and it'll end up with Ziegler. He'll pull it back down while Lowell heads to the bench for a change, as does Fisher. So Ziegler will skate it to the line, leave it, and his skates for himself. Now he'll feed it back. Arizona regroups. Right side, here's Hole, trying to drive in, chipped off his stick, and now race right back the other way. Ziegler weaving with Hoffenkamp. Hoffenkamp with a shot, save, rebound. Pavalsik got to his right to make the second stop. What a save on Tillman. 2:38 to go in this overtime, or less. Left side, here's Orfanos. Boy, both goaltenders, huge. Arizona State will slow it down. There's the stretch. Tillman is in. He's onside. His shot. Save Pavalsik, and he holds on. The stretch pass into Connor Tillman, who was gassed at the end of his shift, but he was still in alone with a chance. And Pavalsik shuts it down. What a crazy overtime we have seen. Arizona State wins the draw to the right of Pavalsik. And here's a chance. Studioso trying to work his way in. It's poke checked away eventually there. Studioso was knocked down. I don't think we're going to see much of anything called here in the overtime. Selman, left side, weaving in the high slot, trying to carry it across the blue line. Has to pull it back out into his own end. Wildcats move it back in on the right wing. They'll wrap it around behind the net. Fisher stopped, lost it. And now Lackey trying to wait for a little bit of help here. They'll send it back into the defensive zone. Studioso. Back towards Palmer, who fell but did get the puck to Lackey. Studioso left side. Now Palmer left wing, trying to work his way in for a shot. That's deflected way out into the netting. And we get a whistle here. We played 3:44 of a potential 5 minutes in this overtime. Chances have been there for both sides. And Nolan Pavalsik has been incredible here in the OT. Game still tied at 1. Arizona, the late goal to tie it up from Lowell with just 1:02 left in regulation. Orfanos with the puck, fanned on it. Now he got it over to the right wing side. Stretch pass for Ziegler, cutting in one-on-one against the D. Poked off his stick.
1 minute left in overtime.
Arizona State trying to organize. Lackey driving in. There's a shot. Glove! Save Pavalsik! Pardon me, that was Ryan Edgar who teed that one up. But Pavalsik with a huge glove stop. Boy, oh boy. They're going to get another chance here. Arizona State with a draw. This time Meyer winning it back for the Wildcats, but the puck turned over beyond the net, centering feed, and it's shoved wide. Now Meyer up with it. Meyer onto the right wing side, Timor. Timor trying to push it in deep. Goes off the back of the net. Selman on the forecheck. Trying to force a turnover here. 28 seconds and counting left in the OT as Timor down low. Back the other way, Palmer In on the right side, swings it in front. Oh, dangerous play, but the puck swept away. Pavelski had to heel that one away to the corner. Selman pressured, trying to get it ahead. Timor with it. His pass. Meyer couldn't knock it out of the air. And that's it. We're going to a shootout. These two teams have battled hammer and tong and have come out with a 1-1 tie through 65 minutes of hockey. Arizona State out shooting Arizona in the overtime 6-1. But I think it's fitting. The way this game has gone, it's been a goaltender's duel. Well, might as well keep it right there. We'll solve it with a shootout. And again, Nolan Pavelski, 6 saves in the overtime. Unbelievable 5 minutes. Arizona tied it late. 6-on-5 goal Lowell from Cusinelli and Orfanos at 18:58. Hoffenkamp, the only goal of regulation for Arizona State. That was at 16:58 of the first. Now let's see who's going to shoot first. Looks like it's going to be Arizona State. It will be Lackey out to shoot.
Shooting first for Arizona State, number 9, Clayton Lackey.
Lackey, the right-hand shot, will work it straight down the middle to the hash marks. Forehand, and he scores. Tucks it past the left pad of Pavelski. Got him going to his right. Went back to the left of the goaltender. In it goes. And now the Wildcats will put out Max Meyer.
Shooting now for Arizona, number 27, Max Meyer.
Meyer weaving wide to the left. Carries it in, shoots, and he is denied by the glove of Garber.
No good. Now shooting for Arizona State, number 6, Brendan Studioso.
So here's Studioso quickly attacking with speed. He's coming in fast to the forehand, shut down by Pavelski.
Shot, no good.
Pavelski moving quickly to his left. And Studioso attacking with plenty of speed.
Shooting for Arizona, number 13, Matthew Hull.
Matthew Hull to try to even it up here in round 2 of the shootout. He will weave to his left, cut in towards the slot now with a wrist shot, score!
Hull scores! Yes!
Matthew Hull on the blocker side is able to beat Garber and tie the shootout at 1 through 2 rounds.
Shooting for Arizona State, number 19, Ryan Edgar.
Edgar will also move in to the left side, weave back to his right. Looking to move in, and he slides a 5-hole, in it goes.
Edgar's shot is good.
Ryan Edgar gives ASU a 2-1 lead in the 3rd round. And now the Wildcats
now shooting
try to tie it up here.
Number 5, John Shively.
Shively calmly approaches the puck. Wide to the right side, into the slot, cutting into the forehand, and he is stopped by Garber.
Shively Scott, no good. Arizona State wins in a shootout.
Arizona State wins the shootout as the Wildcats, high drama here this weekend, but unable to come out with the victory. And at the end of the day, the Wildcats, a valiant effort, had to tie the game never led on the weekend, but tied the game last night 3 times, forcing the overtime. Today had to tie it almost in the final minute, 1:02 left, as we see the handshakes at center. But boy, oh boy, this Wildcats team resilient all weekend, kept battling back. So close to finding a win in the OT. They almost found a win at the end of regulation. But again, Eric Garber played a tremendous game for Arizona State. And in the overtime, Nolan Bavalsic is the reason why we even got to a shootout. Several amazing saves out of the Wildcats goaltender. A tremendous effort here this afternoon. But a 2-1 win in the shootout for Arizona State. And what is the final home game for the Wildcats here and the 7 graduating seniors. And in a moment, Sebastian Janik will have a chance to get a word with head coach Chad Berman and perhaps a Wildcats player. And so we will head down to the ice in a moment for that. But in the meantime, the handshakes just wrapping up. The Wildcats saluting the fans here at Tucson Arena for the final time this season, at least in a competitive game. We know March 5th that there will be the NHL alumni game. And plenty of parents on hand this weekend for the Wildcats, which is great. And we had a chance, our broadcast team, to meet some of them who came up to say hello and say thank you for us providing the games, which we love doing for you here on YouTube. And we thank you for watching and being a part of this as well. We always appreciate the kind words, the feedback, and of course the hard work of the entire broadcast crew this entire season. And it has not been without its challenges, but we've managed to put the games on and have them there for you to watch and enjoy. And as we kind of finish up the circle as the players skating around the ice and saluting the fans here. Well, it's got to be hard for some of these seniors who just probably don't want to leave the ice. Thinking about the final time here at home. And a difficult time to leave. A shootout for ASU 2-1. They end up with the win. Yes, the Wildcats would have loved to have put this one in the win column. But it's been a tough season. Tough season for this Wildcats team as a couple of the players posing for pictures down there on the ice. As that is Hole and Jones. As Ben Jones has been partnered with Matthew Hole all season long, and Jones, one of the graduating seniors. And especially with the defensive pairs this year, a lot of them have just been inseparable. Let's go down to Sebastian.
You're not wanting to sugarcoat anything, but, you know, battle all the way through today. What are your final thoughts leaving this building for the regular season right now?
Definitely a frustrating weekend, frustrating season. I'm gonna miss this team a lot. I'm probably not gonna miss this season too much. It just, from day one, it felt like we were fighting a lot of things from a lot of different angles. But I love this group of people in that room. We fought, we continue to fight. We've got to make some changes here moving forward, clearly, and we will. I won't rest until we do, so we're not in this situation again. But now we've got a couple weeks here to find out who our matchup is, and we'll prepare for the national tournament, try to represent this university the best we can.
And this was a senior class that's built a lot for this program, built this program up to an immense level. How excited are you moving forward into the next seasons? Like you said, you know, maybe ready for this season to be done, moving into the national tournament, but how excited are you moving forward with what these seniors in this class has accomplished, building towards the next season?
Yeah, I would say I'm ready for the season to be done. The regular season is done, whether I like it or not, and so now it's time to flip to a new season, the national tournament. You know, this senior class is really hard to say goodbye to. There's some really great kids that are going to do big things moving forward. They're going to leave with 4 Cactus Cups, 2 conference championships, you know, 2 and 4 community service awards. That's going to be a high bar for the next group to set, and I hope that sets the challenge. But certainly this senior class put us on the map, and the last one as well. And then And then to go along with it, I feel terrible. The prior senior class didn't get this last moment. Obviously, it's not the way we want to walk off the ice in front of our fans, but they did get to finish on their terms, and I wish the prior class would have been able to.
Thanks so much, Coach.
Well, and that is tough. It's interesting you talk about that, but really, the pandemic changed so much and has changed so much. Some of these players, and the reason why there are 7 of them graduating and leaving Arizona now, is because some did come back for that 5th year of eligibility, but not everybody did. Some decided it was time to move on, and with the fact that, it was 500-plus days between games for the Arizona Wildcats. They missed an entire season. They were headed to what would have been the national tournament the year before. The tournament ended up being canceled because of the pandemic. Who knows what that team could have accomplished, but we'll never know. So now it is indeed incumbent on this next group, the next wave of players, including recruits that'll be coming in for next year, to build on what is truly a fine foundation that these seniors are passing on to them. So I also want to say thank you to the University of Arizona and for the chance to do these games and to bring them to you, and to everybody who's been involved with the broadcast crew this year. It's been a tremendous job, a lot of hard work, but you know what? We managed to find a way to keep the games on the air and deliver you as much entertaining content as we possibly can. So thank you so much to you for being a viewer, a listener, and being a supporter of Arizona Wildcats hockey. All right, one more time, your final score here from Tucson Arena in a shootout. The Arizona State University Sun Devils 2, and the Arizona Wildcats 1. This is Tom Callahan bidding you good afternoon from Tucson Arena.